one area where you've really pioneered, both when you were in Iraq and your time in the Army, and that's cyber. When you were the commander in Iraq, you made use of some of the first cyber attacks that we have been able to document since. In your current job, you have put a big emphasis on training up cyber forces. There's now the director of the NSA, or previous director, when he was here last summer, talked about a 6,000 person force he was putting together for both cyber defense and cyber offense. You've got a big chunk of that that'll be coming out to the Army. Tell us a little bit about how you plan to make use of them, and tell us a little bit about whether you imagine cyber weaponry will become as standard a part of the arsenal in a few years as every other element of your arsenal, including drones, including traditional military elements.
So as we start to discuss future doctrine, in our mind, cyber is another form of maneuver. So we think it's integral to moving forward. In the Army, we look at cyber in three elements: national level cyber, operational cyber, and tactical cyber. The national cyber is what you talked about, the support that we provide to NSA in order to defend and do what they need to do, defend our military infrastructure. And we are building teams to do that. Operational cyber is the capability that you would give to combatant commanders that enables them to do the things they need to do regionally to defend themselves. And then finally, tactical cyber, and I think this is a key piece. When I say tactical cyber, I call it core or below operations, but I believe it's integral to us in the future that we have to utilize every tool available to us, and part of that is developing tactical capability that allows us to use this tool of cyber operations as we conduct operations, and it will become an integral part of that. So in my mind, as we develop the cyber force, we are doing a couple things. So we are in the process, we just announced, we've established we have a Center of Excellence for Maneuver, a Center of Excellence for Firearms. We now have a Center of Excellence for Cyber being established at Fort Gordon, Georgia. It's a great place for us to do that. It's partnered with our interagency that's there. We're going to move our cyber headquarters there. And so we have established a career field in cyber that we are going to develop and continue to develop. And so we are in the process of really building a significant capability that will allow us to operate at the strategic, operational, and tactical level. And I think in some ways they're interchangeable. And so we'll be able to train people where they can operate across this spectrum of cyber conflict that we see in the future. And for me, it's something that is absolutely essential as we move forward and go forward. The last thing we're doing is we're establishing a center at the United States Military Academy that we've invested in, where we are reaching out to educational institutions and private institutions, private entities, in order to learn from each other, to educate, and to build an exchange of ideas on how we want to do this in the future. And we stood that up about 2 years ago. It is now just starting to come online. So we believe this is really important, and I think it's going to be essential to any type of joint operations that we do in the future, whether it be at a small unit level all the way up to a national level.